Allison, do you have any koozies for sale?
No.
So, hello. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to another show. What is this, 5? 4? 5? Yeah, 5. We're having such a good time, I just lose track. Yeah.
It's just really doing it every other week.
That's right.
It kind of went kind of quick.
Yeah. And next thing you know, I'm going to need a race car ready. So, I better get to
you and many others.
Yeah. So, if you're watching this after this show, go out to the shop. Go work on your race car. But don't leave until we're done. We got 2 awesome guests tonight. A lot of people have requested this guests, excuse me, can't leave out the other half there. But before we do that, we got a couple of housekeeping notes to go through.
We do. A laundry list.
A lot of stuff to go through. First thing on that list is going to be memberships are now available.
They are. But can I open with a funny story?
Yes, please. I apologize. You asked me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you should tell them that story. That's super funny." And then I just completely ignore you. I apologize.
Okay, so this is what happened to me today. Okay, I'm at my office at the in Sussex, and I hear a lot of commotion out by the highway. So I went out to the edge of the highway to find a bunch of tow trucks, fire trucks, police cars.
It's a
guys. Scene. Now it's a scene. There's been a bridge they've been working on for about 3 years, and they've got it half done, and they had half of it wide open with barriers on both sides
and stuff. Yeah.
And I come to the realization that someone had driven directly into the water. So I was concerned that somebody was hurt.
It's not funny, but it is funny now.
Well, it's going to be funny in the end. It's really funny in the end. So I got up to the scene, and there were two people standing there, older people standing there. A woman and a man, and I said to them, "Did somebody really drive into the water here?" And the woman raised her hand and she said, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Well, I know the barriers weren't really clear, but that's not that easy to do. Are you okay? First of all, are you okay? I mean, did you get your seatbelt on? Did the airbags go off?" Obviously, I said, "How'd they get you out of there?" I said, they put a ladder down there, and they helped me climb up the ladder. They got me out of there.
Wait,
and I said,
it was far enough that they needed a ladder?
Oh yeah, no, this is pretty serious.
Oh my God.
This is a bit of a small river. It's the Walkill River, actually.
All right.
So once I found out that she was okay, the gentleman that was with her, I assumed that it was her husband, I'm not really sure. He looked me in the eye and he said, "You going to race this year?" And I said,
it's all business all the time for Brett Hearn.
And I said, "Yeah, we do a little bit of racing." I said, "I'm not going to be racing, every week, but I'll be doing a little bit of racing." He says, "Okay, well, how about those party day tables? Are they going to be for sale this year?" And I said, "Well, I think that's going to happen. So stay tuned."
Jeez, you're trying to make sure that poor little old ladies are okay, and you're out here selling party day tables.
I know, it's crazy. But anyway, that was my day leading up to
that was today, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Well, I just had soccer practice in school, so I can't really top that one, but
so that was my story.
Glad to hear everybody's okay. So party deck tables are going to be on sale.
Yeah, we do expect the party deck tables definitely be on sale. Within the next couple of weeks. We have tables available, and they'll be spaced out. Obviously, yes. They'll be available for the season, and if we don't sell them out by the season, we'll sell them out on an individual basis.
Yep.
Similar to what we did last year before we got shut down. It's a 4-person table, and
the best view of the racetrack.
Yeah, the view is incredible.
Yep.
And we put your name on the table. You get the VIP service.
Yep.
They'll come up there and take your orders for food or drink or whatever, and it's just a good experience.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome if you've never been.
If it's a company or an individual group that wants to buy the tickets or buy the table for the year, the 4 tickets that go with that table are transferable. So you don't have to go every week. You can hand them off to whoever you want to hand them off to. If you're in business, you can send clients, employees,
Yeah, it's awesome.
Vendors, whatever you want to do, it's a great deal, and the price is very, very fair. So stay tuned on that. They'll be going on sale here before the 3rd of April.
And that's all on the website, correct?
That'll be on the website. We'll put some stuff out on Facebook as well.
Gotcha. All right. So stay tuned on that.
Yep.
In terms of, so memberships are obviously on sale, right? That's pit memberships, season ticket memberships for the tables. But stay tuned on the further details.
Yeah, let me just make one thing clear on the memberships themselves.
Yes.
The memberships are only mandatory if you want to be eligible for the point funds.
Okay.
But if you bought a membership early in the year, the discount that you get at the gate would more than pay for the membership.
Absolutely.
And the other side note is that the big block modified drivers are the only ones that have to have a dirt license, which isn't a bad deal when it comes to insurance. It's a nice little bonus on the insurance policy.
Yeah.
And the other benefits that go with dirt membership. And obviously, if you go to any other track, you can use it as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Absolutely.
That's all I have to say really about the memberships.
Yeah, about the memberships. Also, parking spots, reserved parking spots in the pits are now available. We also had some that were sold from last year.
Correct.
They are going to be transferred over.
Correct.
Same as 2020 season passes.
Right. So if you haven't got a spot yet in the pits and you expect to be here most of the time, I would recommend that you get a hold of Doug Delgarian in the office and talk to him about a spot. Anyone that purchased a spot last year, and there were a lot of them that were purchased, they're going to roll into 2021 at no charge. And again, we're going to obviously move the pits back in the infield right away, and we're going to try to get the tall trailers to the center of the pits so we can maximize visibility from all the angles.
From everywhere.
For everyone.
Yeah. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, season passes are going to be honored. If you have them from last season,
right,
they will be honored at the practice, which I'm going to talk about in a hot second. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. So we're not going to sell seasons passes this year, but if you had a seasons pass from last year and you didn't get a refund, that'll also roll into this year, and you'll be able to use them
whenever,
the entire schedule.
Perfect. You wanted to talk about rookie registration. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We've had a ton of interest in the rookie class. I hear a lot of chatter about guys that are going to run the rookie class. What we need is for the people that are intending to run the rookie class to get a hold of Doug Delgarian by email, his contacts on the website. Get a hold of him, and to kind of spur this thing along.
Yeah. This is a great deal. I've got to tell you.
Yeah, and so if you're watching the show tonight, you're going to be the first to hear this. What we've decided to do is, as the rookie registrations come in and we qualify them, the first one that comes in gets the pole opening night. So we're going to set the grid by how the registrations come in. So we need to get a good car count and a good registration count, and so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to start on Thursday morning. Get a hold of Doug Delgarian by email, and if you are the first one to get a hold of him and tell him that you intend to run rookie and you are judged to be qualified to run the rookie class.
Perfect. 8 a.m. on Thursday. This Thursday.
Email
only, and that's Doug Delgarian at
Delgarian at OCFSRacing.
Delgarian at OCFSRacing.com. But that's also on the website too.
Correct.
But you still have some time to figure out that, find that email and get ready to hit send.
Correct.
At 8 a.m.
And that race to the pole will begin Thursday morning.
That's no joke. That's no joke. Yeah. Also, we have practice scheduled for the 27th and 28th of March, which is Saturday, Sunday.
It is Saturday, Sunday. The track will be open from 3 to 7 on Saturday and from 12 till 4 on Sunday. Perfect. And as of today, we had a lot of snow melt today. I walked the track a little bit.
I was going to say.
It looks pretty solid, and unless we have a major turn in bad weather, we should be okay.
Yeah, I went down there with Pops, before we came in, and it looks great. Yeah, it looks great. So winter is starting to dwindle, hopefully. So the kickoff 40 is coming quick. Make sure that you register for that. That is on April 3rd. Right. Any notes?
The April 3rd. There's no pre-registration. That's necessary. But if you intend to make that race, I mean, give us a shout. Make sure we get the pits organized the best we can.
Yep.
But with any kind of luck, I don't see why not. But we will be going back to normal, where you can pay to get in the gate like we normally do. The pits will be in the infield like they normally are.
Yeah.
There won't be any pre-registrations or reservations for teams that are intending to compete on the 3rd. So
Perfect.
Looking forward to that. Then obviously that'll be the first of the 12 race big block series.
I was going to say
elimination series.
That's big block.
It'll be the first point race for the full-fledged sportsman class as they get their season
I
underway.
love watching those guys, man. They are exciting to watch.
Some of the best finishes we had last year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's no joking. Also, the last bit of news is the online car show. The deadline for the online car show is going to be the Monday after practice, which is going to be March 29th.
Right.
And that is also going to be submitted via email only, correct? No, that's going to be just Jake. Is that right?
Okay.
Submit by email, by
Facebook,
Facebook,
get
however
us
you
your
can get it to
pictures.
us.
All right. All our socials.
Right. Now, the other thing about the car show is that the fans will end up voting for the winner of each class. Then we will pick best in show out of the ones that the fans vote for.
That's right.
We got some good prizes. We got a free tire for each division, not including the street stocks. But the street stock winner.
I was going to say the street stock winner is going to come away with a nice prize.
This is pretty cool. The street stock winner is going to get a pit pass. It's good for 10 races, which we hope that he uses for the 10 that he competes in.
Yes.
And that'll be the winner's share of the car show for street stocks alone.
Yeah.
And then, of course, best in show. I think there's another bonus too, as well, right? Besides the tire.
Yeah. It's gonna be a season pass.
Right.
Season pit pass.
Another season's pit pass.
Yeah.
So it's worth getting some pictures in.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's when you're
It
rolling.
doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you anything. Even if it's when you're rolling the car into the trailer for Saturday's practice.
That's
take
right.
some pictures.
Yeah.
And put it up there so
Couple
people are
different
excited
angles.
about.
Yeah.
Give your sponsors a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
And get it out there so people get excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you want to add before we bring in our guest?
The only other thing I could say really right now is that we are working with people now to we're starting to sell some signage now. We know the season's going to get underway as scheduled. We have a good plan, and we've got a lot more interest in signage and things of that nature. Night sponsors, anybody that wants to go and use the Speedway as a promotional platform, come talk to us.
Give us a call.
Give us a call.
Perfect. All right. Well, do you guys have a preference as to who goes first? No. All right. Cool. I don't think this lady needs any introductions. Driver of the number 55, Halmar Racing Team. What is that not good enough? Should I put on my Tim Pitts voice? Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Come on over, sit down with us. Jesus.
Have a seat.
Jesus. What? Dude, now you're gonna get red face over that.
It's hot in here. It's hot.
It is hot.
It's hot in here.
So, Allison Ricci, how the heck are you?
Good.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Getting ready. Slowly.
Good deal.
Getting ready.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So you told us earlier that you're thinking that you're going to do both.
Yeah, we're
this
doing
year.
both big block and small block. Yep.
Awesome. I
Yep.
know you dabbled last year a little bit with the big block at the end of last year.
Yep.
Got us going.
Yeah, he got us going. I'm even using my grandfather's big block that he had. And then he took it out a couple times for practice. And
Who's he?
my father. He took it when we were there.
You
The guy
trust
over
him?
there.
You trust him?
Sometimes.
I do need to say.
Sometimes. Sometimes. We
I-
fight sometimes.
I do need to say, like, every time that you talk about your dad, like when I talk about my dad, it's either Pops or Dad or Big Doug. One of those three. Every time you talk about your dad, it's my father.
My father. Yeah.
It's like
All right,
it's that's.
I've never called him by his first name either. Never have. It's weird. I
Maybe
can
I'm a
never
bad
do it.
son.
I've only ever
I don't know.
I've never ever called my dad by his first name. It's weird. Can't.
Well,
Well, you got
that's
so many
your brother
riches in the
did.
family.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
would know
say.
what you're talking about anyway.
I know. I got my brother. I got my
Yeah,
grandfather.
so now is your brother? You call him the third? What do you call him? He's Rich
Richie.
Jr. Richie.
Yeah, my dad's the junior. You should know that.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know how many
No, we
juniors can
call
you have.
him. Yeah, no.
Come on, Fred. You
I
should
I
know
call
that.
him Richie. They call him Little Rich. Little Rich, and then my grandfather, is Pop or Papa Rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a little confession that we never really talked about.
Okay.
When I was young, really young, so I was kind of a 406 fan, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I never told you guys that.
Oh.
You know,
Secrets
'cause
out
once
now,
I had,
buddy.
once I had
Yeah.
to race against you, I couldn't tell you that anymore. Right? But,
Secrets out.
I'm not so sure that I didn't build a slot car when I was about 11 years old that was a 406,
Oh, you gotta have
So.
to have a picture of it.
right?
Yes.
I wish I still had it. It's probably worth something.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys go. I mean, the family goes back so far.
Oh, yeah.
What year was it that you started racing?
2014, like the end, like way end, and then 2015 was like the first full, I believe. 2015.
So all those years that you were watching
All those
racing,
years.
did you
yeah.
always think that you wanted to do it?
I've always wanted to do it, but Dad and Pop never let me.
They kept you under.
Yeah.
Those-
Like,
But once you got
Those
going,
parents.
once I got going,
Now
now
they're
it's,
into
now
it.
they're regretting it.
So
They're gonna-
when you started here, right, racing rookies? Is that
I
correct?
started at Accord.
You started
and
at
then
Accord,
I
and
came
then
down here.
and then you came down here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
ran sportsman for how many years? Rookie, then sportsman.
One. I ran the rookie, well, 1 full year, and then the rookie here to 1 year. And then that's when Chris came on board, and he said, we're going to put you in a small. I ran 1 year full with him, so 2 years with the sports, and then he said, we're going to put you in a small block.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I've been since. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah, then I
this
do
year is
it.
going to be the big step.
Yeah.
So you should be
Yeah.
here every week then, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
we'll be here every week.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, we'll be here every
Excellent.
week. I'm actually happy about it.
Excellent.
Less travel.
Well, what do you think you'll do? Other stuff like when you can, or at the
When
end
I
of the year, after
can,
Labor
when I
Day, or
can,
whatever?
or when we have like the day off, the times off here, we actually go and spend time with family. Like I have jet skis, I like to go have fun, a couple times.
Who would want to
and-
do that?
Me.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
fun.
hold on. So I don't even know. What do you when you're not racing? What do you do? What do you do?
Go jet skiing.
What do you do?
That's it.
I'm a bus driver.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Even though
So
we
you
were
get to practice.
Yeah, I get to practice going to
Something, right?
I want to dirt race the bus down here.
I was just going to say
Come
that.
on.
I was going to say the even destruction.
Yes, let me do
The
it.
even
Come
destruction.
on,
We're going to
let
prep
me
one
do
for
it.
you.
Yeah, prep one for me. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Can we put a turbo in it, like big turbo?
I don't know. They're up there on the hill.
Because
I was
I
gonna
know
say,
I
you're
you're
the one you
you're
want.
There's a
you can
turbo
start
in there,
wrenching
but
on
they're
those
slow.
things.
Yeah, I drive one every day. They're slow.
Oh, that's interesting.
That'd be fun. Yeah, but when we were not working for God since March until November, we didn't start. There was nothing to do, and then racing was so cut off. What was I gonna do? So we actually, me and my boyfriend bought a house
Okay.
right before the pandemic started, and then so that helped with working on the house. And we just had like parties and stuff at the house, and
Yeah.
hung out, had fires outside, and
That's pretty much what we did when
There's
we
really
knew
nothing
we
you can
weren't
do.
going to be at the racetrack on
Yes.
Saturday nights. We had to find something else. To do.
something
Yeah.
else. And then
Right.
Sundays and
It's not
Saturdays we
I was-
either ride 4-wheelers.
I was gonna say you and Henyon ride a lot of 4-wheelers together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We actually went snowmobiling too together this year in Pine Bush. It was fun.
Are you a dirt biker?
I
Or have
can.
you?
I'd rather.
Little
Yeah.
bit?
Yeah, I never
Growing
raced.
up. But
Growing
growing
up,
up,
I was on a dirt bike. I think
Yeah.
at like 4 years old.
Same as me. I never
Yeah,
raced one, but
never raced one, but drove them all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, they're fun.
it's good for it's
Yeah.
good for the coordination.
Dad won't let me get my motorcycle license, so.
What is it? Subtle jabs at Dad all night.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna come on and be like,
Yeah.
"Well, this is why."
No.
Because you got race cars to race over here.
Yeah.
You got more
There's
plans.
a roll
than-
cage around it, like
Yeah.
you said before.
I was gonna say, yeah. You were talking smack about me about not getting on a snowmobile. Like,
Come on.
come on, man.
They're
Like,
fun.
So,
I
mean, were you forced to go to the races, or did you just like when your dad was racing stuff like that? It was like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to be in the pits.
No, I always wanted to
Always
go. I
wanted
never
to go.
was forced. I mean, there's times I didn't want to go, I didn't go. But I've always, majority of the time, I was always there. He always saw me at Lebanon hanging out
Mhm.
all the time.
I
A
did.
little thing running
I
around.
did. You looked a lot different then, though. To me.
Yeah. Had little curly cues going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Really? They
I
just
mean,
dropped
they just
out?
age, yeah. You age and your body changes, I guess. You get some weight on you now. Yeah, God.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I had curly cues too when I was growing up too.
Yeah, what
Brett,
happened?
I don't know. My
Did
body
Did you have
changed.
blonde hair?
I did have blonde
And
hair.
now look at you.
I didn't have either. My hair or curlies.
At least I kept the blonde hair.
That's the one thing that you can always count on when there's a rookie involved in the conversation. It's always going to be a few laughs. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
all the time. All the time.
Right.
So you're going to race modified this year.
Yes.
So are you going to compare it? So like I always compare stepping up from sportsman to small block. You remember like when you first got into small block?
Yes.
Where is it like
Yes.
you
I was
kind of
like,
bit off a
holy
little bit more
moly,
than
we're
you
really
can chew?
going fast.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like it didn't feel like you're going forever down the straightaway.
Exactly,
It was
yeah.
like, oh, that turn's coming up.
Coming
I gotta
quick,
better
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
I better
yeah.
like slow down a little
Are
bit.
you so you've obviously turned a few laps in the modified,
Yeah.
right? Is that jump just as significant? Is it
It's a
little
lot
bit
different. That motor carries you a lot more. It
It's
doesn't.
less-
It
it's a lot
doesn't
harder to
slow
slow
you
down,
down.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't. It's so much harder to slow down. I've
Gotcha.
noticed. Like when I first went, I said, "Whoa, I need to back it down a little earlier." I was like, "Ooh,
Right.
that wall looks good."
They don't blow up as quick.
No,
right?
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
So you think that like with the new surface here, you have less bad habits than somebody who's raced here for a really long time?
Yeah.
Because this is kind of racing is so much different than it used to be.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
do you like it better or worse, or do you don't?
There's
really
nights
care
where I
either
don't
way?
like it,
Right.
just because it's like, oh my god, I gotta do a whole new setup on my car. When we first did it, I was like, holy moly, what am I gonna do? Because you're
Right.
so used to the old track. But no, I like because there's so much more racing now. There's 4
Yeah.
lanes, you know. There's
Yeah.
you can scrape the wall. Look at Tyler Boniface scrapes the wall all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm still afraid to go up there. Just saying, not gonna lie. Turn 1 and 2 is scary. I've seen way too
Yeah, I
many
was
people
gonna
hit
say,
the
there's
implement
the-
tires. I just can't do
The
it.
tires don't.
They don't give.
Give
They
you-
don't look.
No.
They look a
No.
little soft. Like you would assume, like
They're
a
not.
tire would be. No.
I've
You know,
seen
so the impact into the U tires is pretty subtle. It's the roll that hurts.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
because
yeah, I was like,
it
you're
takes
going.
you in and then it shoves you right back
Right?
out.
Yes,
You're
it's,
going.
it's definitely the roll that hurts.
No,
Yeah.
I like it because it makes you always keep going back to the drawing boards.
Well, you know what I always say, like, give me a track where I don't have to run at the guy's footprint in front of me.
Yeah,
You know, if he goes left, I want to go right. If he goes right, I want to go left.
Like I noticed, like if you don't have to follow them in, you can say, all right, I'm gonna go high this time, and
Right.
or you can kind of watch him go, and he's gonna slide up, or I can go down. You know,
Right.
it's kind of.
And that's what I think makes a good race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it-
think it's a great race.
It lends itself to being smart behind the wheel.
Yeah,
Like
you have to think
you're-
about what you're gonna do next.
experience pays dividends on this racetrack.
Like when it was
Yeah.
old, it was kind of it would rubber up all the time, and it was just
Yeah, a
like
lot of grip.
a lot of grip.
Yeah.
It was like hammer
Usually-
down, and
Usually had to be like in the tracks of the guy in front of you.
or you had to nudge him a little bit to move him out of the
Right.
way.
A rookie?
Right.
Never, no,
No.
never.
Stop.
Are you going to tell me you don't know the art of the nudge?
Yeah,
You didn't learn that from the
didn't
family
learn
history?
Not my family history. Come on, man.
God. Second starts the race. Don't forget.
We were talking about that, weren't we?
Second starts the race.
So, do you remember your rookie sportsman days? Because
Yes.
we have this whole rookie sportsman thing.
Yes.
Registration is on
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes, I do remember my rookie days.
What do you? Besides that old Troyer, what's the fondest memory that you have?
Fondest memory was I didn't win the night, but it was my first night here. I started in the back. I came up and I was racing with Austin Smith at the time, and me and him raced so close, and he just beat me that night, and I lost my brakes that night, and I about was a little scared when the
That was
turn
a little
one, and
scary.
it was like hello, and then they came back out of nowhere, and that was probably one of my greatest memories here. And then starting in the back and winning the one night was.
I was gonna
nice.
say,
I started in the
Yeah.
back and won the race. That was fun.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was still at school at that point.
Yeah.
Because I started racing rookies the year
I honestly
after.
I think racing rookies better than the regular sportsmen.
I do. I think.
I 100% because
yeah.
they just always put on a show. I thought the rookies always put on a show.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting back on that rookie program this year
Yeah.
with guys, with people, people that haven't raced before. It's just a great way to start,
Yeah.
and we'll graduate them in
Exactly.
gradually
That's
into,
what I'm
into the
saying.
real class.
It's a great way to start. Like that's where I started.
Yeah,
That's
I
where
mean,
you started.
I started with Cormier. I started with Hennian. I started with a whole bunch of different guys, and it was. I mean,
It's cool to grow up with them, right?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, that and like you have like a constant benchmark to be like,
Yeah.
all right, well, he's doing this. Like, what am I doing? And
Yeah.
it like racers are obviously competitive and
Yeah.
and doing that whole deal,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like it keeps you it keeps you motivated.
Yeah, it's like what is he doing? What am I not doing?
Exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. So
Nowadays the setups are insane.
gotta be smart.
Yeah.
Gotta be smart.
Yeah. I
So-
like basic sometimes.
Basic is good.
Yes.
Basic is good,
Yeah.
but
The
not
new
some.
the new deal, the new revolution's different. It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
really
Oh,
is.
yeah.
You drive them
It is.
different. It's a
Oh,
different
God.
feel.
It's crazy. The shocks are so important anymore.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Shocks, rod angles, the
Yeah.
left side banner bars.
Yeah.
All the things that have happened like in the last couple of years have really
It's
changed the
crazy. It's
game quite a
crazy.
bit and changed the
Oh,
field
yeah.
a lot.
Oh yeah, but that's good for them
To start on it.
to start on, and
Yeah.
then they can move up into
Yeah.
the small blocks and the regulars and all that, and be on their game and have a chance with everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And they start off on the new surface too. It's like
hello, and
they
here
don't
we
have
are.
to-
We started on a rubbered up one lane track.
You could almost flat foot the thing and
Yep, and
well,
now-
there was a couple times where I know you guys have like flat foot the whole thing on the old surface.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Oh yeah.
With the sports.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
I remember Eastern States the one year I was 5 foot and all the way around.
Mhm.
One of the sportsman races, it was all the way around.
Yeah.
Finished
Yep.
6th that night.
How do you remember all that stuff?
Because I'm just good.
All right, sorry. I get out of the car. I'm like, yeah, I think it was loose.
Oh God.
All right, maybe I exaggerate a little bit, but anyway, Brett, you got anything good? No.
Well,
I don't mean to throw you under the
I just
bus.
got a little past a little note, but it's not really related to what
All
we're
right,
talking about
anyway.
right now. So
All
I'll
right,
get back
good.
to it later
Good.
at the end here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to. Again.
A fan question from an AJ. Allison, which of your teammates do you like to race with the most?
Oh boy. Don't put me on the spot like that.
Allison likes to race with all of them.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Which one do you like to sit down and have a soda with, and have
They're
like,
all
talk
they're
to?
all fun to hang out
You're
with,
telling
you know?
me you're telling me that Jimmy Horton is just as talkative as Tyler Boniface?
No. No.
And listen, I think everybody likes Jimmy Horton, but
Jimmy's
like,
a good guy.
Yeah.
He's hard to talk to. Yes, I'll admit.
yeah,
You
You
can talk to
probably
It's the
race Tyler
stench.
the most, right?
yeah. I was gonna.
Yeah, I
say.
race Tyler the most, so I guess you could put him as. But I race with Danny quite a bit.
I was gonna say
too.
Danny's moving up to small blocks now.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I raced with Danny one year in sportsman, but Tyler I probably raced with the most.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, Danny, but Danny's moving up and
Yeah,
and,
Danny will be
and
good.
doing things. He's a little shy.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
yeah,
Jimmy. You can
he's
put him in
very
the
shy.
Jimmy category.
Well,
Just-
once you get to, it took him like a year when he was on the team, and then after that, forget it.
Oh, he doesn't.
He's great.
He's gonna be a teacher, so he's
Yeah,
got to break out of the shell.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I didn't complete college.
But if you're talking about race cars, it's easy,
It's easy.
That's
Talk
right.
about race
Yeah.
cars is so easy for anybody.
right?
If I'm a shy person. If I'm talking to a random about something else, I'm like, what? I'm like,
Right.
yeah, one word them all the time. But if it comes about race cars, it could be all day.
Could be all day.
All day. All day.
That's how you know you're a racer.
Yeah, exactly. It could be all
Born and
day.
bred.
Family dinners all the time, or like
Right.
we're at my boyfriend's
I
for
can't
dinner,
even
and then we
imagine.
talk about racing, and they're like, what? I'm like,
Can't even
okay, we'll just stop it there.
So do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite driver? Have you had a favorite driver besides your own
Father?
family? Right. I mean, do you have a driver that you model yourself after, or
I never
even
really-
a national driver? That's the same
No.
thing. Tanner
Never,
said.
I never really, no. I never really had a Pat,
All
my
right.
favorite driver.
I started racing after you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can still be your favorite.
You could be
All
my
right,
favorite,
cool.
yes.
Hey,
There you
listen.
go.
Ben and Axel
I don't know, I
since
really-
2016.
You better say Gary Ballou.
Gary Blue, yes. I love that guy. He's so nice. He's so nice. He
Yeah,
always-
you, Gary Ballou and Kenny Schrader, you're like buddies with him too.
Yeah,
Good to be
Gary
you,
Ballou.
apparently. Jeez.
Gary's a guy, nice guy. He's cool to talk to about the old times about with like pops and all that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
You hear all the old stories. You're like, wow.
He remembers a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. And the stories they tell me, I'm just like, how did you even like fix the car? Like they'll just put a chain on and go. And I'm like, okay, all right. They did that to me one night. And they said, go ahead. I'm like, okay, and it worked. I said, okay.
Yeah. Do you think that when you're on the track, do you ever feel like the guys around you, think, oh my God, I'm not going to get beat by a girl tonight, or they treat you any differently? You think that everybody's
I
pretty
think
much
they treat me the
fair?
same. I never really had issues with that. I think
That's-
they treat
I
me
was
the
gonna say,
same. Honestly,
yeah.
I really do. I think I don't. I would hope not. If they would not like say, "Oh, she's gonna take me out" or something. But
Yeah, no,
I think
I see that too. I see that too.
I
But I just
seem
want to
like
hear what
they
you have to
race.
say about
They
that.
race me the same as they would race you or my dad or
Right.
Pat. Anybody.
Right.
I don't see any difference at all.
You don't think you hurt their feelings sometimes?
I maybe.
It's 2021, Brett. All right, we're
Feelings.
All right.
gender roles are non-existent
All right.
in
I don't
2021.
know. I don't
I just
know.
wanted to clarify.
Allison made Brett run the concert one night.
Yeah, I did. Sorry. No, they made him run the heat in the time trial because I beat him by like a half a second. I think.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was mad. He goes, "Yeah, I need to practice."
Yeah, but here's the only difference. Brett ran the
Yeah, and then he went.
Brett ran the heat race and won $1,000.
Yeah, I know. And then here we are saying, "Oh yeah, we beat him. We're in now."
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, if I hurt the feelings, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's
No,
nice
I'm
to
just
beat
kidding.
them.
I'm just-
I know,
yeah,
but I
sure.
mean, to beat like them, it's kind of nice. You know, it's like okay, I actually have it. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm out there
No, I
racing.
think I think that my feeling is from watching from upstairs or from racing with you. I mean that you're very well respected by everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but and that's key in racing.
Oh
right?
yeah, you have to.
And
be.
I think I just feel like everyone treats you just like
The same, like
anybody
everybody,
else,
like
right?
everybody treats everybody else.
Yeah.
And when they see you in the corner looking at the track, it's like you talk about tires. We don't
Yeah.
talk about, like,
What do you think-
what are you doing later?
What are you doing later? We're talking about that. It's like, all right, what are we gonna do to this tonight?
Usually when I walk by you, it's like, so who hit you this time? You know what I mean? Like,
this guy.
who we run into this time?
Yeah, who hit you? Who took you out?
Speaking of that, would you consider yourself having like a rival? Do you have? And I know this is like it's almost
I
a
don't
redundant
think
question
so.
at this point because I asked everybody.
I don't
but
think
like,
so. I never really had a rival.
Do you-
And
do you
somebody
always-
on Facebook could tell me. I would like to know because I don't really know.
Right.
All
Well,
right.
if you don't know, you probably don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't really know. I mean, back in my sportsman days, I probably did, but I don't
Not
think
anymore?
that this not anymore. Not
No?
that I know of.
You don't hold grudges at all.
I try not to.
That's
I
good.
try
That's good.
not to.
That's good. Yeah.
To a certain extent,
Yeah, they usually don't pay off.
they
So-
don't pay off.
So who do you like? Who do you like beating more? Do you like beating your brother more or beating your dad more?
My dad.
Fair answer.
Here we go.
He said she didn't beat me.
Yeah.
She still got some more things to
I
learn.
passed him, and the yellow came out, and they put me ahead of him. And he came in, I go, so Dad, you're done, right? You're retired? Because he said, once you pass me, I'm done.
I'm done.
I passed, he goes, you didn't pass me. I said, oh yeah, I did. They put me ahead of you under the yellow. I haven't really raced much with him, though. I mean, when I do, it's that, but
We have a challenger.
who's that?
Hunter Lap. He's
Oh, Hunter Lap.
Ooh.
That's my cousin.
I was gonna say, I was like,
He's the faster cousin.
Yeah, I could race with him. I got to race with him once. Hunter Lap. He's a good kid.
So give me a hint. Is your dad going to race at all this year?
I don't know. Dad, you race? Ask him when he comes up.
Okay, well,
Ask him, because I
thought you
don't
were
know.
going to give me a tip, but
Maybe
I guess I'm
Accord
gonna have to ask
probably, but I don't know. He might come down here once.
Okay.
We'll see.
he's always gonna be here anyway.
He'll always
It's not
be
like-
here, but we're gonna. But if the big walk,
You said you got a bunch of cars laying around, so
yeah, I do.
you'll put something together.
Yeah, he has his cars still together, and I still have my two. And my brother just got a new one, a new DKM. But
Yeah, your brother's.
honestly, the best person to race with is my uncle, Mike. But he'll take you out though.
Really?
Oh yeah.
she's having a strong ass
Oh,
with
yeah.
this now.
He'll run you the wall.
Even you?
Oh yeah. He'll-
So I'm not the only one that
You're not. Wait, you mean you have definitely done it?
He's the master of the school.
Oh yes, oh God. But he's yeah, but it's fun racing because it's like, is he gonna hit me or is he not?
Right.
You know, but he's cool. To
But he's a good guy.
So you're
He's
just-
not all that.
No,
The
he helps
off-season's
me a
so
lot.
good because we can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
No. Somebody asked me the other night. I did another interview and was like, "Would you take your dad out for $100,000 on the last lap?" I said, "Oh hell yeah!"
I'll take out just about anybody.
for $100,000 if I had to.
I might even do it for 100.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would do it for that much money. Come on now.
But that is kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like a silly question. Like for $100 grand, I could buy his car over and be like, no hard feelings, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do a lot of things for $100
Yeah.
grand,
Oh, God.
including taking my dad out. Oh my
Sorry.
goodness. Yeah. Listen, pops. Sorry,
Oh,
but you're eating those U tires over there and going into one. If it's me or you.
Tires, my friend. Not these ones, thank God.
Yeah, these tires are forgiving.
I was gonna say I like
Not
these.
some of those other ones.
No, other ones I told him my sportsman one time, told the whole side, gone.
Yeah.
That was that day.
We've all done it.
Yep.
We've all done it.
We've all been.
Yeah.
All right, so should we get your dad in here and ask him a couple tough questions? I don't know what we're going to ask him exactly, but we'll ask him
Ask
something.
him
We'll
tough
figure
questions. You probably have enough to ask him.
I might.
You
I might have
should.
something.
You should.
Oh, boy.
You should. All right.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
anytime.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming
Thanks.
by.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you around. See you.
Yeah, whatever.
And you sometimes.
See you sometime.
Yeah.
Come on in, Rich.
All right, Mr. Ricky. Oh no, is that your dad? Do you call him
You can call me Mr. Ricky.
Mr. Ricky? All
It's
right.
going to be tough.
Hello, Mr. I see that you put the glasses on now.
You might get Brett in a headlock, though.
They it's fun that we can joke about about a lot of stuff because you and I we've had some go at it.
We've
right?
done some going arounds, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah.
I love how
Ben
this is-
Ackford there, he's chased me for 75 laps. Yeah,
Yes, I
remember
have.
that?
Yeah. But cleanly.
Oh, it was clean, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not like mine.
Got no issue. We had no issue, yeah.
But, so, you're at the stage now where do you get more enjoyment from doing it yourself, or would you rather see her or your son out there?
Actually,
or would you like work? I mean, you obviously still like working on the car.
Yeah, I've been working on it since New Year, constantly, nonstop.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, right?
It is, man.
It's a grind. It's a
Especially when
grind.
you're doing more than one,
Still don't have a motor in my car. I still got stuff.
But like I hear a lot of people say, well, I get more enjoyment from watching my kid race than I ever do myself. But that's a lot.
It is a
Because it's
lot.
pretty
And
fun.
actually, I like it. The younger generation kids are coming up, winning and helping Allison and Rich it's a full-time job anymore.
Right.
And when they're at Accord, all three of us are racing.
Yep.
And I'm getting their cars ready, and they're asking a ton of questions. And I go, oh, shit, I got to put fuel in. I ain't even touched my car yet, and I'm like, I got to get going.
Yeah, when you're doing more than one
It's
car,
tough.
It's a lot to keep track
Yeah,
of.
it is tough.
Yeah.
But,
I just wonder that I mean you obviously still have the urge to go racing.
yeah,
do some more racing. You're not done by any means.
No, I don't think I'm done. I'm still going to hit it. And I'd like to try Middletown. Bring my car down and run it.
What do you have a big block ready or small
Big block.
Big block.
Yeah, and a small block.
Yeah. Okay.
Both. And because Allison always, she says, nah, Dad, you ain't going to do it. I says, I didn't quit yet because she didn't beat me. She didn't.
That's now.
This score's got to be settled.
Yeah,
It's
I was
gonna
going
be
to say, I was
settled.
like,
It's
all
got to
right,
be settled.
so who's got the bounty on that race? Where's that prop?
I mean, we
bet?
come down for practice, and we turned some good times, and she stayed right there.
Right.
We were all in the 21s and 22 seconds.
Hasn't quite passed him yet.
Yeah.
I beat you in time.
What?
My small block.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
How back in the day we had barely had a stopwatch. Now we got time.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
And
got
now
it
it's
on.
like you want to win hot laps. Man.
Yeah.
It's like winning the race. I mean, you go testing. It's like I want.
Well, 2 years ago you had to win hot laps, Brett. You won a couple of them. Come on now.
Now
Can't
you
put
gotta
down
get your
with-
car out to go
Yeah.
fast and hot lap.
You
That's
do? Yeah.
Your starting
Yeah,
spot.
because if you don't start,
and you immediately know exactly where you stand.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
from the get go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you got makeup ground or if you got
You
to
gotta
maintain
go,
what you got or
yeah.
whatever.
Are you gonna hit it or aren't you?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
so
What do you think? What do you think about our schedule this year? About mixing it up like that, and having the big block races be a little bit bigger than normal, and
I think it's gonna be good. What are the big blocks on Thursday?
well,
Yeah.
we've got
Yeah.
6 Thursday nights and 6
Yeah.
Saturday nights
Yep.
for big blocks,
yep,
right?
kind of scattered on
Yeah.
holiday weekends and
A
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
the,
Yeah.
3 of the Thursday nights are on
Holiday
holiday weekends where we
Yeah.
were closed a couple of years ago. We
Closed,
were
yeah, a
completely
lot.
closed for the weekend,
Yeah.
so we added those races in there, and they're all going to be good paying races and
Yeah.
well worth it.
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm really proud about having a small block person that rivals a big block
Yeah.
person at other tracks. As you
I think
know,
it's gonna bring a little more big block or small blocks in.
I think it's created some
I'm
excitement.
hoping,
We've got
yeah.
some money in the point fund,
Yeah.
and things continue to grow. We just added H.O. Penn for a sponsor for
Yeah.
the small block division, and we're going to make some announcements on some other sponsorship that's pending.
Yeah.
That's really close to being done in the next couple of weeks. And the other thing too about the small block purse, we put the small block purse up on the website, but
Yeah.
that doesn't include any of the special awards that
Yeah.
we're putting together. We plan to do a lot of different things like we did for Eastern States that are going to be added to the purse. So
Added to it,
the
yeah.
purse that's actually up there is the base purse.
Yeah, that's 10 grand base purse for the winner, correct?
That'll be the
Yeah.
point
That's
fund.
the
But I
base.
mean, even on a regular basis,
Oh, yeah.
there'll be some other special awards added in on a weekly basis.
Absolutely.
So that'll enhance that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Even more reason to wreck Allison coming to check her.
Yes.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just
Do
kidding.
you?
I'm going to have a lot of irate fans.
Do you guys potentially think you could be rivals?
Me and Allison?
Yeah.
Let's go.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I could never be.
No. No.
Yeah, you
You over
guys.
there under you once, right?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I got the Ricky door a couple
yeah.
times. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I also got it from Tom Heinley. I don't think I'm rivals with him either. Like, that's all right. No, I don't think,
Yeah.
I don't have rivals, especially not Allison. Not, sit there and, BS with Allison. You too. I think I'm actually more friendly with your mom than I am
Yeah.
than this guy, but I digress. That's all right. So not to bring up like old stories or whatever, but I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
So like, what you guys kind of like touching on like stuff at the Valley and this kind of thing, like what?
We've hit it at the Valley, you know.
I feel like
We've
I feel
brought
like
one another. It was every week. It was like 13th and 14th. It was me and Brett. We were side by side, no matter what. Even in a heat race or a feature.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
racing
there's-
close quarters like that,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before somebody steps on somebody's toes. Is that accurate?
That's pretty fair.
There was nights
Host of the year.
There's nights I beat Brett at the Valley, and there was a caution with 2 laps to go, and everybody said, "Nah, Brett's gonna get him." I said, "Nah, I ain't. I got it." I said to myself, "I got it."
Was there?
And,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but it was a tough night because I pulled my car in, and we did like Brett does, takes all his tires off. You know, so I took all mine off. And already I was cheating. You know? Right? I was cheating.
Was that you were cheap?
No, I was
No, not that. It was the other. That was
I knew there was one. I wasn't
See?
sure if that was the one.
This is why I bring it up.
No,
So wait, what night were you cheating?
I never cheat.
I didn't think
No.
so.
I don't.
Neither.
I cheat
That's what
me.
Allison says too.
I cheat me.
That's what,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the other thing I say to you. What's up, cheater?
You know, there's always a conspiracy theory.
Always. Yeah, and it's fun
Actually,
just to
there's
keep it
There's another
around.
one. It was a 200. Remember the 200? I led all that race. It was me. I think it was you. You were second because you would get under me, and I'd pull you going down the backstretch. And Kenny Tremont, and the rain came.
That
Yeah.
was super.
Yeah.
Yep, I do remember.
That was the rain. I went. It was 125 laps,
Yeah.
and I got a right rear flat. And I remember you and Kenny pulling up alongside me, your tires down like that. Dean radioed me and said, "Rich, I don't care if that wheel falls off. Don't pull in. We're going to win this race."
the rains came right then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a right rear flat riding around.
Around
Yeah.
in the rain. Yeah.
And then they
All
red
race.
flagged it. Yeah.
Did you win?
Always.
It was going to be a good race.
Always playing mind games, huh, Hearn?
It was a good race.
Who'd have
because
thought?
All 3 of us were right there.
Who'd have
Yeah.
thought? Hearn.
Yeah.
Gotta go in.
No.
Gotta go in.
Well, you usually do that so the guy doesn't spin out in front of you.
Yeah, that's also
you.
true.
You're doing yourself a favor.
That's
Giving
yeah.
him a chance to change the tire, but you know, back then we probably didn't have a radar, so we didn't know it was going to start raining during the yellow. But
Actually, my dad was down in the bathroom, and some guy had said, "You know, the rain is in Nassau. It's coming." So he quick ran back to the trail and says, "Tell Rich don't pit." I think we were going to pit like lap 100, but I kept going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank God for that bat.
And I'm telling, the old man said,
That's
"Don't-
an expensive
don't come
bathroom
in yet. We're staying out." Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
so do you think you wouldn't classify Brett as a rival then? Do you like in your racing tenure, your racing career, do you think you would have like someone that you were like, yeah man, like that's the guy that I gotta beat. That's the guy that
Yeah, there was
Besides your
times.
brother.
Yeah.
you and your brother get along,
No, we fight.
dude? No, seriously, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. It's
Is it?
no. We actually there was a night we were bumped. He spun me out. I pushed him down the backstretch. Right. They black flagged both of us. We come in the pits. And, the whole pit. They thought it was gonna be a big
obviously
fight.
it's gonna be a rough
Oh yeah.
Where was that?
Backwards.
So they black like 2 brothers.
Both of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, go fight it out in the back.
So,
boys.
all right, we pull in the pits. We got out. I took my helmet off. Went in the trail. We didn't fight. We didn't say one word. And then it was like, for a week or 2 weeks, we didn't talk. And then it says, "All right, Mike, it's all good." And we were like, yeah. We talked then.
So you guys
It
make
was-
up by Christmas time. You make
Yeah.
up usually.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. We always,
But I mean, do you guys like talk about setups and stuff like that? Do you guys work together at all with the
No.
cars? No.
he,
You guys are 2 separate operations.
Yeah, he's got his setup. I got mine.
Yeah.
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 Nothing
You
wrong
don't
with
share a
that.
lot of information.
No.
Yeah.
A little bit here and
your
there.
own way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my setup won't work for him, and what he's got won't work for
I
me.
understand.
You
that.
know that.
I understand that. Yeah.
A lot of guys. Yeah.
I totally understand that.
But Jimmy Wells, he can make anything work.
Jimmy, yeah. Well, that's
I know.
250 pounds in the middle.
That's
He goes.
he's a big man.
He's
That's
a big
all right.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he goes. He
Yeah.
goes. So, did you know that Orange County Fair Speedway is 102 years old? I'm sure that you did know.
Yeah.
Did you know that there are several other racing families that have 3 generations? This is like the cool
No.
part about being
Yeah.
the host. Like, I have this information.
Yeah.
I don't actually know this. This is all
No.
Doug Delgarian. He's the man behind
He's
behind the
the man
scenes.
behind it.
Yeah. Can you?
I don't know.
You
no.
don't. None of them.
I never
All
even
right.
thought of it.
One of them was one of them was our guest, the Higbees,
Oh yeah, Higbees,
All right.
yeah.
Edwards, the Edwards family.
Edwards, yeah.
All right, the Elliots, the Strupps, the Dodds,
Yeah.
and one more.
You'll never get it. You won't get it.
The Bedells.
Ricky Racing.
Yeah,
The Bedells, yeah.
yeah, the Bedells,
Yeah.
and now your family,
Yeah.
right? So you're
Yeah.
your dad started racing in the '60s.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
How did he get started racing? Did he come here as a fan and then decide he wanted to race? Or
He was racing Rhinebeck Speedway
Oh, wow.
back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to get him on this show because he can talk
Right.
stories big time. He knows them all.
Yeah.
Everybody comes to the garage to listen to his stories
I bet.
because he got them. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Good, bad,
Yeah.
and different. And
Yeah.
indifferent, right?
So do you have like a favorite? So like obviously you grew up with your dad and he was racing
Yeah,
and
nah,
did
he
the whole
was-
9. Like what is there a spot that sticks out and you were like this is a memory? You know what I mean? Is there a story that you kind of keep going back to?
There's a
Like
ton
as you
of-
were like as a kid with your dad racing.
He's only young.
I don't know. man. There's a lot of stories.
Where do you
Yeah.
want to start, right?
Yeah.
How much time you got?
Yeah.
But no, he's a lot of old school. You know,
Oh, yeah.
It works, but
That's what I've always heard.
there's
Yeah.
Accord, I've always raced, it was always inside. And he says, you know what? One night he says, that top, there's nobody racing at the top. I think you should go up there. So I was right. I started like 15th. I think in like 4 laps I was leading it. I was like, holy cow, man.
That
It
works.
was wide open.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then I think I got like 6 features
That
that
year.
Just kept winning and winning. It was crazy.
Yeah, you guys nailed
Yeah.
that place more times than you did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah. Between the Rickies
Yeah.
and the Hetzlers, like, you guys got that place locked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So, Rich, I want to share a story with you.
Yeah.
Night you won Mr. Dirt at the Valley.
Yeah.
I was standing down the first turn with your mom
Yeah.
for the whole race. She ran a harder race than you did.
I made 100 lap circles, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 4 months old when he won that.
really?
Yeah.
We have any more questions from,
I was gonna say we got
from
any
the masses?
pops. You got some?
No, these are just
Just a lot of positive feedback
Yeah.
for the family, yeah.
those are
Oh, okay. All right. So here, I'll pass those along to you because I don't know if you want it.
Okay. Go ahead, you guys can talk while I'm reading.
Yeah. So the story that I love the most is the night that you and Dad started getting into it when
On the
when
top
I
of his trailer.
when I was racing with your son
Little Rich.
when
yeah.
we were racing rookies.
Yeah. That was
what was
good
it?
because we were like head and butts. He was like in his corner and I was here. We kept looking at one another. Like, what's going to happen here?
Yeah,
Because you guys were going. They were
Because
going
Rich
at
was
it.
leading it.
Yeah.
I was somewhere in second. The yellow came out,
Yellow
right?
comes out. Rich
And-
goes to the outside, right?
And I was on the track. I don't know.
Yeah. I go, Doug, why did he choose the top? He goes, I don't know. I said, well, I think that was a bad idea, but
And then
you guys took off.
Didn't you guys you got off the trailer, right?
Yeah.
You got off the trailer and you followed him and you
Yeah.
tried to pull it back?
Yeah, that was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good
fun.
night. It was a good
Yeah.
night. Good night.
We got a couple things to clean up before we say thank you to these guys for
Yes.
coming in tonight. We got a question about the stackers in the pits. The pits are going back to normal. We're going to put the stackers in the center to maximize the visibility, like we talked about. We expect to be having fans in the stands at some capacity, limited capacity, which should go on sale in advance of opening night, April 3rd.
Perfect.
And the pit admissions will be back to normal. So everyone We'll pay at the gate to get in the pits,
Perfect.
and that should be open, fully open.
Cool.
And so that will be normal, as we all knew it was a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And I think that's all we've got to cover tonight.
Yeah, it'll be all
It'll
Great.
be all good. Yeah.
all good.
All good.
All good.
Looking forward to it.
2 weeks.
Looking good.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So now that the show is almost done, we'll wrap up and you go to the race shop and you go finish your race cars, because that's what I gotta go do.
Yep.
That's it.
Got a car full of parts. We're gonna go and do it. Mr. Ricky, I appreciate it so. We all appreciate it. It's always a great time.
Good time.
An hour
Yeah,
flew
yeah,
by
it's
and it didn't even feel like this was the most like this is the great. This is my personal favorite show. Not that I'm taking
It's
favorites.
good.
Wishing you guys the best of luck this
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
Allison going in the big block,
Yeah.
and
then
if you race yourself, good luck.
Mediocre and small block,
Oh,
because you know.
And
Not
Be
that
there for big block and small block.
Yeah, I still have to win too. Just after me.
Monday morning.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Oh man, this was great.